Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another BWE Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. Welcome, brothers and sisters. We're happy that you decided to join us again for another week of an exciting broadcast that's going to show you how to build wealth, for you, your family, but most importantly, your nation. We want to welcome you to this broadcast. My name is Brother Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, mosque number 45. And we've put together an exciting broadcast for you. We got some surprise guests. Brothers and sisters, just get comfortable, sit back, and enjoy today's broadcast. So, with that being said, as always, I have a co-host, the host with the most, our brother, Mr. Twitter 2.0 himself, just getting back off of the road earlier this morning. We have with us here at BWE Live Google Hangout, Brother Jesse Muhammad. Brother Jesse, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm Brother Darrell. Assalamu alaikum, family. Welcome again to another Google Hangout for Black Wealth Empowerment. Now, you already know the routine. We want you to go ahead and pay it forward. But first, we want you to know, how can you join this elusive, exclusive Facebook group? Well, first, what you can do, if you're on Facebook, you can search Black Wealth Empowerment inside of the Facebook search engine. Or also, you can type in live virtualnetworking.com. That's live virtualnetworking.com. And you can send us a link, send us a request to join this group. And we want you to be a part of this group because why? We're in the business of promoting your business, empowering you, teaching you, and training every week with these constant updates and constant Google Hangouts, because this is a very important part. If you are a member of the elusive exclusive Facebook group, we want you to check the notification tab inside of the group. Why is that? Because you do not want to miss 1 millisecond of information that is being shared all throughout the week, not just on Sunday. So that's, again, what you need to do is search Black Wealth Empowerment inside of Facebook, or type in live virtualnetworking.com, and make sure this time you check the notification tab to make sure you stay abreast of what's going on. Back to you, Brother Darrell.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Brother Jesse. Brothers and sisters, welcome to Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. And as always, as Brother Jesse said, we want to pay it forward. You have to actively get involved in this platform in order to benefit from what we're sharing with you here at BWE Live. So, how do you do that, brothers and sisters? As always, we have some original members with us this evening. You know how to do it. We have some members that have been with us for several broadcasts now. You know what to do, brothers and sisters. There's 3 things you have to do. You know, anytime that you're networking, anytime that you're going into a new environment, the proper thing to always do, no matter if it's your first time or your 10,000th time, what you want to do, you want to introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the other members of the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. So that's what we want you to do. We want you, first of all, give us your name, what city you're from, the mosque, and what business that you have. If you're self-employed, doing for self, whatever it is that you do to generate income for you and your family, put that in the group. We're here to get to know each other. We're here to leverage, brothers and sisters, this technology which has literally flattened the world. The world is no longer round and other people on the other side of the globe. It is now flat, brothers and sisters, where a straight line, a linear line away from each other through the fiber optic lens and through technology. Okay? So make sure you put that in there. Make sure you put in, what do you do for a living? What is your business? Okay? What do you do? What is your business? Put a flyer in there. Put your web address in there. Brothers and sisters, we're here to pay it forward. We're here to network within our nation. We have to be the vanguards. We have to be on the forefront of showing our people, not in words, but in deeds, exactly what it is to empower yourself and what it is to be a free and independent people. That is our responsibility, and this is the platform to do it. So, brothers and sisters, at the sound of my voice, enter your name, what city you're from, okay, what mosque you belong to or study group, and what's your business. What do you do? Are you a student? Whatever it is that you do, we want to know. because we want to recognize you. We want to welcome you to the group. We want to show you how much we appreciate you being here, because this platform is for you, the members of BWE Live, the private, the exclusive Facebook group. So go ahead and do that right now, brothers and sisters, because we're going to take roll here in a minute. Okay, this is a wealth building classroom. This is a wealth building training program. This is a wealth building curriculum for you. So just like any good teacher wants to know if the students are present, so we're going to take roll here very, very shortly. So welcome again, brothers and sisters, to another episode of BWE Live Google Hangout. My name is Daryl Muhammad, and we do have Brother Jesse Muhammad here with us, and he's the masters of control, if you will, over there in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. He's the one that makes sure that things stay moving, and makes sure that any questions you have, you put it in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, brother. That is the place, brothers and sisters, for you to put your notes. That's the place for you to put your nuggets. As you get jewels and gems and nuggets throughout this broadcast and future broadcasts, just put them inside the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Now, why do you do that? You do that not for yourself, because you can just write it on a piece of paper. You do that for other members. You're paying it forward to other members. All right, because here's the thing, brothers and sisters. A good idea, a great idea, a nugget that you type in the group, all right, might be a breakthrough for someone else. Let me say that again. A nugget to you might be a breakthrough for someone else. So that's why you want to do it. That's why you want to do it. So everybody right now, what we want you to do is put in the private elusive Facebook group, hashtag BWE Hangout, space, I'm here. Hashtag BWE Hangout, space, I'm here. Now that's after you've put your name, your city, your mosque, and your business. We want to know if you're out there. We want to know who you are. So with that being said, Brother Jesse, I'm going to swing it back over to you. Let us know what's going on in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group and who's following instruction. Brother Jesse.
Yes, sir. You know it's already going down. We have our beloved sister Jennifer Muhammad. She's already on deck. Brother Marcus is here. Brother Darren is here. We want to welcome. We have Sister Mavis, Sister Sharifa, Sister Andrea, Sister Brandy. We got to give a shout out to Sister Brandy. She been on deck since 10 minutes before the broadcast started, Brother Darryl. Our sister is excited. We have Sister Nita up here. That's Sister Nita. That's our sister with the price line, made to order website in Blackish. She is in the house. We want to welcome all of you all to the group. Now, again, y'all already know how we do it. We got to pay it forward. And how can you do it? We need you to go to Twitter and Facebook right now and let everybody know that we are live. We are live, and our special guest will be Brother Kamal Muhammad. Let somebody know. Hashtag BWE Hangout BWE. Go ahead and put that out right now on your Facebook and your Twitter. Then the broadcast that you're watching live, right above at the top, the share links. We have Facebook. We have the Facebook like button, the Facebook share button, the tweet button, the Google Plus button, the LinkedIn button, and the Pinterest button. We have covered all bases for you, so we need you to pay it forward. Let somebody know that you know that can actually benefit from this jewel that you've been getting. Go ahead and invite them right now to this broadcast by clicking these buttons and sharing with them, because why? It's no fun if you can't share it with somebody else, and this is a type of group that you know people can benefit from. So go ahead and pay it forward, and we will continue, Brother Darryl, to observe the Facebook group. But right now, brother, it is on and it is jumping with excitement. Back to you, my brother.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, brothers and sisters who've shown up already. The faithful, and the reliable. That's who you are. You are the premier members of BWE Live. So I want to thank you, Brother Jesse. Thank you. Our guest thanks you. You came here on time. You came here early. Some of us, like Sister Brandy, who is an A student. All of you who are here now in the early beginning of this broadcast are definitely A students. You know, there's a saying, they say leaders don't show up on time. Leaders show up early. So you guys are definitely leaders. And that's what we're doing here, brothers and sisters. This is a platform to do nothing less than to make us leaders, to do nothing less than to make us examples, to do nothing less than to prove to ourselves and the world who we follow, who has come to rescue us by how we live our life, by how we accomplish things, how we set our minds to do something, and no matter how big or monumental it is, we overcome it. That's what this platform is about. That's what building is called, building wealth. You have to build on it, brick after brick after brick after brick, brothers and sisters. So that's what this is about. It's about building. It's about building ourselves up, as our supreme lessons teach us. Building ourselves up from these 10,000 parts. We have to build us some wealth. It's not going to be given to us. All right? It's not. We don't play the lottery. So we have to roll up our sleeves and go to work. We have to put our past, as it's called, behind us. It's not about your past, brothers and sisters. It's about your future. You can do nothing about your past. We can do nothing of whatever good or bad in the past. We have to press, and we have to keep our eyes on the prize. BWE is moving quickly, brothers and sisters. If you've been with us for any number of broadcasts, you see that the pace is picking up. You're seeing you're having brothers and sisters stepping up to the plate. You know, stepping up to the plate, taking charge. We're having programs. We're having additional trainings. I mean, we're just moving full speed ahead. So, for those that just coming in, just joining us, welcome to another broadcast, BWE, Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. Once again, brothers and sisters, is this your first time, 1,000 times, and you haven't introduced yourself to us? You need to do that right now. Not now, but right now. We want to make sure that you get everything that we have to offer you today. So here's some instructions. These are standard operating procedures that you need to follow here on out if you haven't been following them, brothers and sisters. There's only 2 tabs you should have open on your computer. Only 2 tabs. One is the broadcast tab and one is Facebook. And that's done for several reasons. One, it allows your computer, it doesn't slow your computer down. All right? Some of you all have been communicating to myself and Brother Jesse that is rebuffing and all this other kind of stuff. Is because you might have too much on your desktop. You might have too many browsers open. Okay? Too many browsers open. So minimize your browsers to only 2. Only 2 browsers, and that's your Facebook, Black Wealth Empowerment Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook page, and the other one is this broadcast. Everything else, shut it down, okay? Because that'll just slow your computer. We don't want you to miss anything, brothers and sisters, so please put all distractions aside. Let your children know that you're busy. You're building wealth for them. Put your phone down. Don't text. Don't answer the call, because we have something of great value to share with you this evening, okay? So once again, if you're just joining us, welcome. Go to the private elusive exclusive Facebook group right there in Google, livevirtualhangout.com. No, what is it? It's livevirtualnetworking.com. That's how you can get there. Or go to Facebook and a search, Black Wealth Empowerment. All right? Put your name, what city you're from, your master study group, and your business. We want to shout out to your businesses. We want to let the whole Google world know what you do so we can patronize you. We have to circulate the dollar among ourselves. So here's what I want you to do right now, brothers and sisters. All right? Are you listening? Here's what I want you to do. Find at least 3 members. Okay? Find at least 3 members that you have not met yet. 3 members that you have not met yet. Click on their comment button underneath their postings and introduce yourself. All right? Introduce yourself. Assalamu alaikum. This is Brother. Welcome to BW. Pleased to meet you. Whatever. We have to learn social skills. We have to practice social skills. This is what we would do in a room. We're just doing it virtually. That's why it's called live virtual networking. So do that right now, brothers and sisters, and I'll give you a few seconds to do that right now. And Brother Jesse, if you would, while they're doing that, go through and scroll and let me know what businesses, let me know what believers out there have posted their business and what they're doing.
Yes, sir. We want to welcome. We have our beloved Sister Andrea, of course, the student at Texas Southern University, the political science and finance student. We have Brother Marcus Muhammad. He's a broker and owner of New World Real Estate Consultants Incorporated. Welcome, 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 our brother. We also, of course, Sister Shanita, which I mentioned earlier. She's of Kansas City, Missouri. Muhammad Moss, number 30. Her business is made-to-order websites and Black Exchange. We have Brother Aaron X of Chicago, Illinois. He is the director of Black Exodus Development Corporation, and that's blackexodus.com. And our brother has posted his website link. And we want to welcome our beloved brother, Brother Vernon Muhammad. Muhammad Moss, number 4, Washington, D.C. He's a managing board member of Freedom Paper Company, LLC, manufacturing paper, bathroom tissue, paper towels, and many other items that you can purchase every week. Welcome, Brother Vernon. Of course, we have Sister Mavis of Houston, Texas, checking in with the Overcomers Foundation Counseling and Consultation Charter member of Muhammad Moss, number 45. And, of course, you know our Sister Brandy. Thank Allah it's not Ramadan. The sister of Columbus, Ohio, Muhammad Moss, number 43. Just Yummy Bakery Columbus.com is in the house. And I'm telling you, Brother Dad, if you're hungry, brother, don't click on the link because that bread is looking wonderful. So the believers,
praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir. So the believers have actively posting. They're posting their businesses all throughout. So that's what we have thus far, my brother. And I'll definitely keep you posted as more people post in.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Remember your URL, your domain name. Now, if you don't have one, all right, we're going to take care of that next week. Next week broadcast, you want to make sure if you're in business of any kind, just starting out, thinking about doing it, know that's something that's on your to-do list for the remaining of the year. You want to make sure that you carve out this time next week, all right, for Sister Shanita, Sister Nita Muhammad, the Priceline web designer. She's going to come and give you points. She's going to tell you why you have to have a website if you're serious about business. All right? And there's only one kind of business, brothers and sisters. There's serious business. If it's not serious business, it's a hobby. And you don't need a website for a hobby. So if you're serious about your business, you need a website. She's going to come to us next week and make sure she tells us why everybody needs at least one website. At least one website. Okay? So go in there, introduce yourself, find 3 believers. 3 believers that you have not met before. Click on the comment section of their post. Introduce yourself, brothers and sisters. Introduce yourself. All right? These are believers in the group of the same mindset. You know, as I talk to people, and Brother Assad talks to people, Brother Jesse talks to people, you know, we often hear, you know, what happens if you don't get any support? What happens if your parents don't support you? Your husband, wife doesn't support you? What happens if no? Brother and sister, here's a platform. Here's a private group of like-minded individuals that you can build a circle within the circle, all right, of believers, not just anybody, but believers who love like you love, all right? So there's no reason why we can't network within the group. We can't get to know each other within the group, all right? We have just about everybody right here in this private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. And I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, I mean, every week I have to ignore other invitations, members' invitations, or folks requesting to be members that aren't believers. Now, I can't continue to do that. I'm trying to give us a head start. I'm trying to give us a chance to get our stuff together, to be found in motion, all right, when the door opens for all of our people to come in. And that's going to happen. And it's going to happen very, 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 very soon. It's going to happen sometime after the Holy Day of Atonement. All right, brothers and sisters? So I'm telling you that to give you a sense of urgency. Because what happens many times in other organizations, other groups, is once they open the door open, then those that come in, they come in, see the value, take full advantage of it, and before you know it, now they're running that organization. Okay? Now they're running the direction of where that group goes. All right? So, brothers and sisters, this is a platform that we opened up initially to believers, followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, under the leadership of Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but we want this to be a training ground. We want this to be a leadership training platform, so we can train, so we can welcome our people when they come and give them a good example of circulating the dollar, a good example of taking action, a good example of people that's serious about building wealth, not selfishly.
Right.
All right? Not so we can bling bling and spin and you know and Michael Kors and OD off things. We're here to build wealth for our family, ourselves, our family, but most importantly, our nation. Brothers and sisters, so that's what we're doing here. So introduce yourself to three members of the group that you have not known. You should have done that by now. And what we want to do is we want to pay it forward. All right? Pay it forward. As Brother Jesse said, if you're just joining us and you haven't done it yet, look above the video. Look above the video. You see those social media tabs. That's so you can pay it forward. Pay it forward. So click on the Facebook like, the Facebook share. Now here's the instructions on the share. When you click on the Facebook share, you put in hashtag BWE Hangout space join us. Please join us. Hashtag BWE Hangout space please join us. And when you submit that, that'll go out on your Facebook wall page. All right, and they'll see the link to come and join us. Same thing with Twitter. Next tab is Twitter. Click on there. Hashtag BWE Hangout. That's our hashtag. BWE Hangout space please join us. Please join us. Okay. So same thing with the Pinterest, the other ones, the LinkedIn, all of those. Google Plus, brothers and sisters. Brother Jesse is going to come here pretty soon and do a training on Google Plus. Those of us in business, we can use Google Plus to market our business. All right? Google Plus to market our businesses. He's going to show us how to create different circles within our Google Plus account. So if you don't have a Google Plus account, get one. All right? If you don't have a Google Plus account, get one. Brothers and sisters, you heard us say over and over again, we're living in a giver's economy as far as business is concerned. Okay? A giver's economy. We're part of a crusade, a nationwide crusade of a giver's economy. So that's what this platform is about. We want to give. So if you have a business and you want some free advertisement, then get with Brother Jesse. Jesse at blackwealthempowerment.com. He'll give you the dimensions that we need for your graphics and the links, the spaces that you see below us here. Those are free advertisement space that you can have. It'll be up for the broadcast. It'll also be up for the replay, and it'll stay there for the life of that broadcast, brothers and sisters. We're going to give that to you free of charge. Why? Because membership has its privileges. So if you have a business, Sister with the bakery, Bambi, right? Sister Bambi with the bakery, give us your graphics. All right? Give us your graphics. Freedom Paper Company, give us your graphics. Give us your graphics. We can post that on there for free. All right? Free consultation. Brother and Jesse and I are here to offer anybody, any member of Black Wealth Empowerment Elusive Exclusive Facebook group, free consultation. Okay? 15-minute free consultation. Only one free 15 minutes consultation. So if you want to know something about social media, you need to understand something about social media, contact Brother Jesse for your one free 15-minute consultation. Jesse at blackwealthempowerment.com. And myself, as far as sales, marketing, real estate investing, network marketing, one free 15-minute consultation for every member. Every member. Reach me at Darrell, Darrell, at blackwealthempowerment.com. Brothers and sisters, we got ad space, advertisement. If you have a physical product, a book or seasoning salt or bow ties, any physical product that you want us to display on the broadcast and give you a 15-second, 30-second commercial, just like you see on TV, that's called advertisement. We're going to give that to you free. If you want that, you contact me. Email me, and I'll tell you how to get your product to me. All right? How to send it to my P.O. box. Okay? We'll get the verbiage together for the 30-second commercial, and throughout the broadcast, we'll put you on there as an advertised, sponsor, if you will. But it'd be an advertisement for your product. For your product, brothers and sisters. All right? Even your service, but your product. Okay? So interviews. We'll have you join us. All right? Live here on the Google Hangout so we can see your pretty face, so the believers can put a name and a voice to a face so they can see. We can interview you about your business, interview you about your products or service. We can interview you. All right? Put you on a worldwide platform. Okay? So we can interview you to the BWE family, the BWE membership. Also, brothers and sisters, we're talking about guest appearances. Just like Sister Wendy joined us last week. Brothers and sisters, if you missed that one, you missed a treat.
Right.
But thank God for technology, because I still have it posted up. You can watch it after tonight's broadcast at watchbwe.com. Brothers and sisters, I was coming from Cancun, and I felt it just as powerful. I felt the power of that message just as if I was in a room with the sister. Brother and sister, what she shared with us last week is the breakthrough that all of us need to accomplish what we need to accomplish. Okay? So you can be a guest, just like Sister Wendy was last week, and tell us about what you're doing. Not an interview, but you be able to have 15 minutes or so to let us know what it is that you do, how you can help the BWE membership. All right? That's what the interview or the guest appearance is all about, brothers and sisters, all about. So we're excited about it. I hear things going on in the Private Elusive exclusive Facebook group. Let me swing it back over to Brother Jesse. Brother Jesse, I hear that beeping going on, brother. Let us know what's going on over there.
Come on now. You already know we having a party with a purpose over here in the Facebook group. We want to welcome, man. We got new members. Now, look, I want to let you know, Brother Darrell. Now, you set out a goal. We set out a goal to have 300 members. 300 members by
Right.
Denver. Well, I want to announce with the screening, and I checked them out, the Muhammad that we have now tonight, we have now reached 251 members.
All right.
So we are now 40 from the goal. All praise is due to Allah. So I want to welcome Sister Shanika Muhammad from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She has an online boutique that specializes in providing modest attire. And check this out. Her website was designed by, drum roll, Sister Nita Muhammad. So they have already been collaborating. Come on now.
Praise Allah.
Praise be to Allah. And she also has an e-commerce business on eBay as well, and our sister has provided her link. Now, we know this party has officially started when Sister Diana of Deja Vu Designs of Chicago, Illinois is in the house. So we can officially start now, Brother Darrell.
In the house. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, take two.
Take two. All right. Also, we want to welcome new members. Brother Preston X, Brother Muhammad, Brother Shakir Muhammad. We got Brother Christopher Creo Muhammad, Sister April Muhammad, Sister Denise Muhammad, Sister Colleen Muhammad, and we have a sister who is a tax professional that is in the house as well. And we have Sister Elise and Brother Stephen of Nation One Realty of Columbus, Ohio in the house. Man, it's going down. So I want to, again, if you're a new member, Brother Darrell said it, we have to repeat it. We need you to put your name, your city, what marsh you're a part of, and please post your business venture. Why? As we said before, who goes to a party without getting down on the dance floor? But we don't want you to be a part of this group and sit on the sideline. We need you to be active, engaging. Don't be shy by sharing your information, because we're all about empowerment. So I think the beeping is going to continue tonight, Brother Dow, because everybody seems to be so fired up about Black Wealth Empowerment. Back to you, my brother.
All right, all right. Thank you, Brother Jesse. Welcome new members. Welcome new members. Those of us who are already members, go to each one of those new members and welcome them. All right? Sister Diana, Sister Bammy, Brother Darren, Brother Markland, all of those that are not new members, flood their comment box, flood their comment section right now and welcome them. All right? Welcome them. Make them feel welcome. People always want to come to a place where they're overwhelmed with welcome. They're overwhelmed with love. All right? So welcome them. Welcome them like a brand new baby in the world. Welcome them as a member of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Go to each new member that Brother Jesse just mentioned. Click on their comment section. And I want each and every one of you all to welcome them and extend your hand out to them and see if there's anything that we can do, that you can do, to make the experience here unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, to the sister that has the tax business, sister, make sure you make yourself known. You reach out to me, because, you know, we're getting towards the end of the year and we need to start our tax planning. There's a difference between tax preparation and tax planning. So, sister, I would need for you to reach me so we can bring you on as a guest, so you can teach our members the difference between tax preparing and tax planning. Okay? All right? So we need to do that as the year draws near. Now, for you business people, here's a message for you business people. We're in the month of September. Now, what that means to business people is this. That means we're in the last month of the third quarter of the year. Business people, those of us who are in business, if we're not thinking like this, this is how we need to start shaping and framing our minds. And we're going to have a class. We're going to have a training, if you will, a broadcast on this, and then we're going to have some follow-up training for those that are serious, business people who are serious, so they can know and understand how we're supposed to function, how we're supposed to plan our business. All right? And it's done on a quarterly basis. A quarterly basis. All right? So we have to understand these things. So once again, this is the end of the third quarter, the last month of the third quarter, before we go into the fourth quarter of the year. All right? So we're going to start framing our minds, so when we get in the environment that other people, other successful, established business people are in, then we can speak the same language, because we're running our business like a business based on quarterly projections, based on revenue projections, based on different projections that all established and serious businesses have. So once again, business people, this is the last month of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter of 2014. All right? So sister with the tax business, or whoever else that's in taxes, reach me, contact me, so we can put together a broadcast to help the believers understand the difference between tax planning, tax preparing, and how we can use these tax laws to minimize and eliminate paying any taxes. Right? On the back of the Final Call newspaper, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we should be exempt for paying any federal income tax. Now, if you're around here waiting for them to be beneficent and do that, as Brother Jesse says, wait for it. But that's not going to ever happen. But what stops us from using the whatever it is, the 15,000 page tax book? What stops us from using the tax laws and legally eliminating our taxes? Okay? All right? These sisters and whoever else has that expertise in tax preparation and tax planning can tell you, if you just structure it properly and you follow just simple guidelines, you can make your trip to Kingston a tax write-off. Okay? So these are the things that the wealthy people know. These are the things that the wealthy people do, because there's a saying in the financial empowerment world. It goes like this: it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. It's not how much you make, brothers and sisters. Hashtag that right now in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Hashtag is not how much you make, it's how much you keep. All right? And for those A students, this is for you. Do a little, A students always do something extra. Go to the share. Go to the share button. Facebook share, hashtag BWE Hangout space. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. And do the same thing in Twitter. Hashtag BWE Hangout space. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. So, brothers and sisters, as we move quickly, because we have a special guest that's going to come with us and share some of what we're doing here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live for all our members. Brothers and sisters, the platform, this platform, since we have new people, brothers and sisters, the new people, I want to tell you, this platform is designed exclusively to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, to help him, to help make his burden lighter, at least economically. That's what this platform is for. We're building wealth not for ourselves. You can do that without this platform. This platform is for us to build wealth so we can help our minister build a nation, to help us get rid of the ending of poverty and want. All right? That's what this platform is due, to raise the consciousness of the believers. The economic consciousness of the believers is designed to teach us what wealth really is. Not what Fabulous Lifestyles of says, not what TV says, not what the mass media for mass consumption says, but what it really is, that's being taught in the smallest of circles that we have been blessed to learn and been exposed to, and we're here to share it with all of our members, to also to help us to understand that it's not for everybody. It's not going to be easy. It's a lifelong journey. We have to become masters of the science of wealth creation. That's what this is about, brothers and sisters, is to let us know that it is necessary to build wealth, and it's definitely worth whatever the price is that we have to pay. Whatever it is worth it. Now, that's the mission. Now, the platform that we stand on to get this done is BWE Live Google Hangout. The platform is to promote businesses, entrepreneurs, and speakers first in the Nation of Islam. Is to connect the consumers of the nation with the businesses of the nation so we can circulate the dollar with each other. Brothers and sisters, unequivocally, if you buy toilet paper,
come on now.
if you use toilet paper,
watch out.
you should buy it and get it from Freedom Paper.
That's right.
Oh, we know there's cheaper. There's always cheaper. But we have to get our minds out the mentality of the cheapest. You can't get the most when your mind is stuck on the cheapest. The question is not, brother and sister, how much does the paper tissue cost? The question is, can I afford it? That's the question. See, wealthy people ask, can I afford it? Poor people ask how much it costs. Wealthy people buy Bugattis because they can afford the Bugattis. It's irrelevant how much it costs. They can afford to buy a Bugatti. So if we want to build wealth, as Sister Wendy told us last week, it starts here in the mind. You got to build it in your mind first, and then we'll realize it in our hands, not the other way around. You can't work your way to wealth. All right? And as brother going to share with us here, there's a science to getting rich. But that's what you want to do. So you might not can spend of your disposable paper, toilet paper budget on Freedom Paper. But you should spend something, brothers and sisters, something on a weekly basis, something on a monthly basis. It's tyranny if you come to my cabinet in my kitchen and there's nothing of black-owned spices or anything in the cabinet. Well, you might say, I don't know of any, Brother Darrell. That's what this platform is for. That's what the platform is for. I mentioned several weeks ago, or several months ago, if you will, on this broadcast, Mo Spices, mospices.com. That's black owned and operated. Get you some spices from them. I got mine. Gave it to my daughter. I got mine. Get yours, brothers and sisters. Not how much it costs, is how much you can afford. And we have to do something. It's tyranny for us to use toilet paper. You don't keep one roll. You don't use one roll. You don't circulate one roll or any of the paper products from Freedom Papers. Then how you expect us to be wealthy? You don't have to be a multimillionaire to support Freedom Papers. You just need to be able to buy you some paper towels, buy you some toilet paper. Get with some of the believers in this group. Pool your resources and buy you some Freedom Paper products. All right, brothers and sisters, that's what we want to do. So connect and circulate the black dollar to provide training in the area of sales, marketing, okay, and the use of technology to accelerate your business. The only way you can accelerate your business, you got to use technology. And we're going to have guests to join us, okay, on the Google Hangout to provide us with training and the tools we need to build wealth. That's the platform. That's what we're going to stand on to reach up and grab the wealth we need to build our nation. Now, we're going to reward those who take action. The universe reward those who take action differently from those who don't. So we're going to reward the action takers. Every opportunity we get, we're going to reward you guys. What are we going to do? We're going to have private Google Hangouts just for those who take action. Those who take advantage of the offerings that we have here on BWE Live. Those that take advantage of the book club. Those who post comments. Those that post things that our members need to advance in understanding, advance the mindset of wealth. Brother Troy's posted some, and there's other brothers who are posting them. All right, they have to qualify to stay on the subject of wealth building, but if it meets that requirement, then great. We're going to have private BWE conference calls. We're going to have private Google Hangout with just myself, Brother Jesse, and our guests. We're going to have special offers, okay, that you're only going to have an opportunity to take advantage of if you've taken previous action. You won't hear about them on BWE Live. All right? There are going to be special offers that Brother Jesse and Brother Rodney Assad offer those that are part of the Speakers Bureau, that those are not part of the Speaker Bureau is not going to have any idea what's going on. All right? And then free gifts. All right? We're going to give you free gifts from the littlest action to the biggest action. Right? Last week we introduced, or the week before, we introduced the link below this video. Click it after the video broadcast is over. It says free gift, where you can get a free gift from my very own brother, Brother Tori Muhammad, right there out of Chicago, Illinois, Mosque number 2. If you're in business, you need to learn how to use online marketing and PR, which is free. You need to learn that. That's a free ebook. I think about 20 pages this brother did years ago, and he gave it to us. When we first started this broadcast, I called him up, and he gave it to us as a free gift. We're in a giver's economy, brothers and sisters. Those who outgives others, we don't want to say competition because we don't have competitors. As Brother Assad taught us, we are in the creation mode. It's wealth creation, not wealth competition. So, those who outgive others, out-earn others. Those who outgive other businesses in their industry, out-earn other businesses in their industry. That is the motto of a giver's economy. So how do you qualify, brothers and sisters? Whenever you buy a product or service, we need for you to post yourself in a picture with that book, with that bow tie, with that seasoning salt. Post a picture like the brothers and sisters have done for the book of the month. Post it in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group so others can see that you're serious, so others can see that you're an action taker. All right? So others can see that we're serious about building wealth. So you want to take a picture, all right, and post it in the group. All right? Another benefits is we're going to have members-only videos that Brother Jesse and I and our guests are going to do, like Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad has done. He posted in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. The only way you know it's there is if you clicked on the notification button and make sure that's checked in the group. All right, make sure that's checked in the group. So every time something comes through the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, it'll bing your phone. It'll let you know that you have a message. It'll show up on, I believe, your news feed. Okay, brothers and sisters? So that's what you have to do. So that way, you'll know when those members on videos pop up. Because, see, that's how we're going to share some extra nuggets. That's how we're going to give you instructions on what to do. That's how Brother Jesse is going to keep you abreast on what's going on with whatever he's doing from the speaker's platform or whatever. That's for those that are serious. That's for those that are actively involved in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. All right? And last but not least, the Book of the Month Club. We kicked it off this month of September. The book of the month is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Brothers and sisters, you need to get the book. I understand they got the e-book and all this other kind of stuff and the audio book. Get the book. Get the physical book. You're a physical being. We live in a physical universe. Get the physical book. All right? Get the physical book. All right? A lot of you all have got it already, have started reading it. Sister Sharifa said she started reading it. Sister Cheryl, I believe, said she started reading it. I know Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren, brothers and sisters, we on fire. This thing is going to a whole nother level. Because there's people, there's members of the group that's serious. So, the book of the month, starting September 1st. And it's an easy read. I read it in Cancun in 2 days in my leisurely reading, along with other things that I was reading. Okay? So it's an easy read. It's written on probably a 4th grade level. No big words. You don't have to clear no words. All right? So it's real easy to read. But The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And we were blessed. We are blessed. You are blessed. This group is blessed. BWE Live, Black Wealth Empowerment Live, is blessed to have one of our own members. We're uncovering gifts here in the Nation of Islam, brother. We're uncovering gifts here at BWE because the minister said that we have unwrapped gifts. So we're uncovering the gifts, all right, for the minister, not for us to get rich. But we have our own brother Michael Carlos Muhammad, who's a certified instructor of that book, The Science of Getting Rich. And we have brother with us right now, one to spend about 5 minutes, all right, 5 minutes talking about the book, talking about the upcoming conference call that he's going to have, only for those that are willing. As you just said, let them who are willing, let them come. Okay? Wealth will never be forced on you. It's something that you have to want. So with that being said, Brother Carlos Muhammad, are you there, brother? I think he's still on mute, Brother Jesse. Is he still on mute? Brother Carlos.
Let's see. I unmuted him. Let's see.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now, beloved?
Yes, sir.
You're on mute, Brother Carlos. See if it's on mute on your end.
I think I'm unmuted. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. We hear
yes,
you.
sir. We hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, Brother Carlos.
All praise is due to Allah. I am so grateful and happy and grateful to be.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead. We can hear you live on BWE.
Yes, sir. All praise is due to Allah. Well, let's make sure we get that in. I'm so happy and grateful to be here, beloved. And I'm grateful that you have had me as a guest speaker on this tremendous transformational work. I have worked with this and studied this piece of this work since 1999. I actually came across it several years earlier, but I began an intense study in August of 1999, and I do believe Allah has prepared me to bring this exclusively to our brothers and our sisters for the transformation of our minds, because this is indeed a transformational work. Let me ask you a question real quick, family. Have you ever had a conversation with someone that was not of our faith or did not know they were of our faith, and they said something like, well, I studied Islam, I know a little bit about it, and they say they study it, but they don't practice it. So what I want to point out is that we can study this book, but we will not derive the benefits until we practice it, until we embody it and put it into practice. This is more than an intellectual exercise. See, within the nation, we have an opportunity to be blessed with so much information. We have an opportunity to be blessed with so much wisdom that there are times we just sit back and we hear our beloved minister and some of the other ministers that come along, and we'll say, teach, brother, teach, sister, that's right, go ahead. We like that, and then we go home and cook dinner and go on about our business and come back the next week. See, now we can look at this, and since we are receptive to such power, we can say, wow, did you read? Wow, and it can explode different brain cells within us. But until we put this into practice, and if we simply use this as an intellectual, philosophical exercise, it will not give us the benefit that it is designed for. I sincerely believe that this man was tuned in. He was tuned into a different level, a different frequency, a different energy, a different vibration, and he is showing us how to tune into the infinite, creative, universal principles of the universe. In order for us to derive the major benefit, and if I'm redundant, is because learning comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. And if we're to derive the major benefit, we have to put this into practice in some way. And we have to get out of the framework that we have been indoctrinated in concerning money. And our sister spoke very, very clearly on something. A lot of us have a real funny relationship with money. Over our developmental years, being black folk, and statistically we're the brokest group of people in all of America, in spite of the fact that we built this country. If you look at the U.S. Census Bureau, we right down on the bottom. The Latinos have exceeded us in net worth and wealth. That's the difference between assets and liabilities. What is it? It is the thought process. It is how we look at it. And there are times when we look at the rich and we think that the only way they got rich is by iniquity. There is righteous wealth, brother. Solomon was a very rich man. Abraham was a very rich man. There are individuals through scripture that had all that they needed, and they were able to provide for those that they cared for, their nations, and give that which they needed to God. So when we look at this in the proper perspective, and when we look at it, what our aims and our objectives are, and we keep this on a noble plane and noble intentions and noble righteous paradigms, then we will be able to extract that Allah is guaranteed us if we simply understand the laws that govern it. Because just like there are laws in the physical universe, there are laws in the spiritual universe, and the magnetism of money is a spiritual process that is based on the law of attraction and the vibration that we are in. So I'm so happy and grateful to be here, and I'm absolutely fired up and ready to rumble with this work and uplift our people. I consider myself as a financial or economic abolitionist, brothers. I'm freeing slaves, brother. Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. Come on now, as Brother Jesse would say.
Yes,
Thank you for listening, and I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, alaikum salam. Thank you very much, Brother Michael Carlos. Brothers and sisters, there you have it. See, the minister said years ago There's gifts that need to be unwrapped in the Nation of Islam. And what better place to unwrap them than in front of your family, in front of those that you love, those that are going to rejoice with you as you unwrap the gifts. So, brothers and sisters, that's what you have, an idea of what you have in store for you coming up when the brother has those conference calls for those that are participating in the book of the month. And the only way you can participate is you have to find the brother's video, find Brother Michael Carlos's video in the group, scroll down and comment, click on the comment, and make sure you post your photo with you in the book, or at least communicate to them that you're participating via the audiobook or the ebook or whatever. But get the book, brothers and sisters. Just find the way to follow instructions and get the book. So thank you so very much, Brother Carlos, Brother Michael Carlos, for sharing with us the emphasis of the power of the book if we just use it. I want to thank Sister Jennifer. She corrected me. I apologize. Sister Brandy. I said Bambi. I don't know where I got that from, but Sister Brandy with the bakery. That's what I was referring to earlier. So as the minister did when he came before us last, he said he can't be incorrect. He has to be correct. So if that is our leader, our teacher, our guide, then we need to follow in like manner. Okay? So let's move right along. I don't know what happened to Brother Jesse. I guess he'll be back with us shortly. He probably had to step away. So that's the book of the month. All right, it's a little thin book. And we want to nurse on that book, brothers. We're not going to be in a rush to get through the book. I told Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad, I said, brother, take as much time as you need on the call. Take as much time as you need to cover that book. All right? We can just stay on that book until we get, because it's about results. All right? Like the brother said, I think on the video, this is not a novel. This is not a in school we try to read 6 books over the summer and do a report on them. That's not what this is. This is textbook material that we're going to review on these book of the month club. This is textbook material that you're getting on these broadcasts. It's worthy to go back and review them and take your notes, but focus on implementation, brothers and sisters. Focus on being action takers. It's very hard to be a scientist without taking action. Those are oxymorons. You can't do it. So I see our brother Jesse's back. All right, brother Jesse, you're back with us? Or is that what's that thing they got with Tupac? What is that screen thing? What they call it?
Yeah, a glitch in the matrix, brother. A glitch in the matrix.
What is that thing that they use to make it look like Tupac's on the stage? But anyway, so that is you, brother Jesse. So here, let us go ahead and share with the believers about the Speakers Bureau. I understand that that's in full effect. I mean, it's going and blowing. I know you had some things that's happening last week. I was out of the country, so I couldn't get the details. Go ahead and give us an update on what's happening with the BWE Speakers Bureau.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think it's a great segue into our guests. But, of course, everybody knows we've been talking about the last several weeks about this Speakers Bureau. And so we were blessed this past Thursday to have our second introductory conference call, which we had a lot of believers on there. And I'm telling you, they're so fired up that I gave them an assignment to do within 48 hours, and some people did it within 4 hours. Some people did it within 2 hours. Many people beat it, and they are so excited about it. And just a small recap for those who are new to the group. You know, for so long in the nation, we've been sitting on the sideline, watching CNN, watching Fox, listening to black radio show. We throwing shoes at it, throwing all kinds of stuff, saying, man, why don't they want to bring the Nation of Islam on? Why can't they have us on their platforms? Well, we have to ask ourselves the question, do these outlets have an access, an online repository where they can actually find our skilled speakers, our skilled go-to experts, our skilled analysts? And the question and the answer to that is no, they don't. So we want to create this repository where people have easy access to find our experts in the nation, but also they can do it, excuse me, but they now can also come to our platform. So this Speakers Bureau will involve us teaching you the mechanics of delivery, how to package yourself as a speaker, how to develop yourself as a go-to expert, how to overcome your fears, how to get booked for speaking engagements, how to negotiate, all these type of things. So we had a wonderful, wonderful conference call, and it's taking off. So again, if you're interested in being a part of the Speakers Bureau, you can email me at jesse@blackwealthempowerment.com. That's jesse@blackwealthempowerment.com, and I'll make sure I add you to the list so you'll know when our next conference call will be. And also those who were on the call after we finish tonight, I'll be emailing out the full replay of our last conference call. So yes, sir, Brother Down, the Speakers Bureau is on, brother, and there's no turning back.
Okay. All right, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much, Brother Jesse. Let me ask you this, Brother Jesse. Is there a cutoff day? I mean, is a cutoff where, you know, it's just like when you enroll in college, right? You have cutoff days that they stop taking new students so you can move through the curriculum. Is there such a, you know, cutoff date so we'll know what it is and they'll know how soon they need to sign up?
Yes, sir. We're going to have 2 more conference calls. 2 more conference calls. And after that, it's cut off. Matter of fact, I gave a deadline for that report, their homework assignment for Saturday, to show the people who were most serious. And those people that turned their stuff in on time, I have something special for them starting off. But we have 2 more calls. And if you do not show interest after that, we're going to go with who we have. Because why? It's better to have a solid 5 people dedicated than to have 500 people that's if and out and not really into it. So, yes, sir, the cutoff will be after the 2nd or after the 4th conference call. Then that'll be the cutoff. And then we're going to get started and start unleashing the gifts.
Okay, now. Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Now, when do you think that last call is going to take place?
It's actually going to take place this month. We're going to have our next conference call this Thursday, and then the 4th one will be the following Thursday, and then that'll be it.
And that'll be it. Okay. All right. Well, good. Well, share with us, brother, some of the members off the top of your head. We didn't plan this. I didn't tell you to have the names listed of who's actively participating, but start off with some sisters. We got to put the sisters out front. All right. We got to lead with our best foot, as the old folks say. Name some sisters who have turned in their homework.
Yes, sir. We have Sister Andrea. We have Sister Jennifer. We have Sister Sharifa. And as you said, I can't remember all of the names, so you're about to get me in trouble. We have Sister Marva, who actually also turned in her homework assignment. And if I forgot any name, blame it on my heart, blame it on my head and not my heart, rather. But those are the ones, and I have to say, of course, Brother Rodney Assad, as you already know, although the brother is already out there, he turned in his homework assignment first. The brother's a true A student. But we have more sisters. We have more sisters, and I'm happy about this. We have more sisters that actually actively participated in the conference call last Thursday. So I'm looking forward to it because why? It's great when the brothers out there, but we already know when the sisters start speaking and when they're out front in front of the people, that's that little something extra, Brother Dow. And we saw that last week with Sister Wendy. So come on, sisters, don't be shy. Join the Speakers Bureau.
Boy. Wow, did we see it last week? If that's a sign, just a sign of what we have in our nation, my God, my God. So brothers and sisters, if you're interested, you reach Brother Jesse, but let him know right now, if this is your first time hearing about the Speakers Bureau and you're interested, go ahead and put in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Let Brother Jesse know right now that I'm interested. Let him know right now that I'm interested in the Speakers Bureau, all right? And if anybody he left out, put in there, Brother Jesse, I did my homework. Brother Jesse, I did my homework. So the whole the BWE membership can see that we're alive and well and we're going after this thing, as they say, with vengeance. We're going after it because Brother Jesse didn't say. That is a request of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that he requested over 30 years ago. He requested that we start our own Speakers Bureau. So moving right along, brothers and sisters, if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome to Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you from Houston, Texas, Mosque number 45. We're happy to have you with us. And my co-host, you heard his voice a few minutes ago. You heard his name. That's right. That is who that is. That is no other than Mr. Twitter 2.0 himself, Brother Jesse Muhammad, coming off the road from Philly and working on some more Twitter books for the minister, but he still made time to be here with us this evening. He just got in. He just flew in this morning. Brother Jesse, go ahead and tell us kind of where you've been and what you've been doing, and we welcome you back.
Yes, sir. Well, we've been blessed, of course. We've hit 17 cities with the blessing and inspiration of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's release of the Teachings 2.0, the Twitter Sayings book that has electrified the country and all around the world. And we were blessed this past weekend, brothers and sisters, to participate in the Reconciliation Conference, which was something that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan ignited in June when he spoke at the fundraising banquet for Masjid Allah. And the minister put out the spirit, the energy, and the need for reconciliation among our communities, with Imam's community and our community. And so, as Brother Michael talked about, this is not about intellectual exercise, but we have to take action. So there was an immediate follow-up committee that was put together, Brother Darrell. And yes, this past weekend, they wrapped up a little while ago, we had the first reconciliation conference of our communities come together, and we had panels on media, politics, economics, and education. I was blessed to be a part of the media panel along with our beloved editor, Brother Richard Muhammad of the Final Call. And so it was a wonderful display. And one of the light things I want to share, I know we got our main speaker on hold, the MGT, the pioneers, they told me this, Brother Darrell, and they want me to let you all know. They said, don't believe the hype, Brother Jesse. They didn't just feel the FOI Pride of 75. They feared the MGT as well, brother. so beautiful to be surrounded by the believers of both communities. So it was wonderful. So we thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for being the catalyst and being the example of a beautiful, beautiful heart that both our communities have never shed one another's blood. So we're, by Allah's permission, is being an example to the entire Muslim world. So the work continues.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Well, welcome back. Brothers and sisters, we're moving quickly to our main speaker, our main guest. We're going to go there, and he's going to join us here in the next 5 minutes. But before we do that, once again, we're exercising what's required to build wealth. And what's required to build wealth? The prerequisite to building wealth is taking action, the right, proper action, okay? So once again, if you're new, if you're just your first time and you haven't done it yet, introduce yourself. Go in right now to the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. Type in right now as we get ready to bring on our main guest. Go in right now and type in your name, what city you're from, what mosque, and what business that you have. What business that you're doing on a part-time basis, on a spare time basis, on a full-time basis. All right? Put that in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group with your link. Why? Because we need to patronize you. This is the bottom line. We need to patronize you. So go ahead and do that right now. And for those who have done that already, here's your instruction. Here we go, A students. Here's what we need to do. The link's above. Click on the like, Facebook like button. Click on the share, and here's what I want you to put in. Hashtag BW Hangout. Hashtag BWE Hangout space. Brother Kamal is up next. Hashtag BWE Hangout space. Brother Kamal is up next. And also put that in the Twitter. Same thing. Hashtag BWE Hangout space. Brother Kamal is up next. Hit the Pinterest, hit the Google Plus, hit it all. A students, I'm talking to you. A students always do something extra. That's why they're A students, okay? So go ahead and do that right now as we get ready to bring on our brother. All right? So go ahead and do that right now. Pay it forward, brothers and sisters. Pay it forward. Okay? Okay. All right. So with that being said, Brother Jesse, you still there?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Brothers and sisters, we are happy once again here at BWE Live, the platform designed to teach us how to build wealth. All right? Build wealth not just for ourselves, not just for our families, but in specifically for our nation. We have to be like other citizens of their nation. You have citizens here in America that are so successful, so wealthy, they give hundreds and millions of dollars to causes that they believe in. We have to do the same. As I said last week, every nation has to have citizens that are wealthy. It's just a testimony of the nation, of the country that they live in. We have to have the same thing, brothers and sisters. We have to have so many wealthy people in the Nation of Islam because of this supreme wisdom that it's beyond the percentages. It's beyond the percentages. Mr. Farrakhan shared with us years ago how small the Jewish community is in population, but how big they are in certain targeted industries. That's how we have to be. That's how we have to be, brothers and sisters. They didn't do it overnight. It wasn't easy. Like Brother Michael Carlos said, it's not all this, they did it because of their iniquities. God is a powerful God. He rewards whom he pleases. To say that we have to live in iniquity to be wealthy, to say that God don't reward those that are obedient to him with wealth. I don't subscribe to that, brothers and sisters. I refuse to subscribe to that, and hopefully you do too. So we're happy to bring before us, with us, another speaker in this series entitled Wealth for Our Nation. Wealth for our nation. Brothers and sisters, get ready. We're going to go to Brother Kamal here within 2 minutes, but get ready. Get your pens and papers out because he's going to share with us how to build generational wealth. All right, if the wealth doesn't outlive you, it's not really wealth. It's wealth, but it's very limited. It died when you died. That means that income, that wealth was attached to you, to your existence. And real wealth outlives the wealth creator. So with that being said, I'm going to read an introduction, a brief introduction, some of our brothers' accomplishments. Okay, some of you all know who Brother Kamal is if you've been around the nation. Some of you don't. But after today's presentation, he won't be a stranger to you anymore. All right. Brother Kamal is the president, CEO of Million Man Properties Limited Partnerships. He's also the chairman of Progressive Community Designers Incorporated. He's the former national secretary of the Nation of Islam. He's the former CFO and organizer of the Million Man March. He's the former president and founder of Nation One Communication Incorporated. He's a former stockbroker and investment broker. He's a former IOM member of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. We are happy to have, once again, we're unwrapping the valuable gifts that we have in the Nation of Islam to our nation. We're unwrapping it before our nation, brothers and sisters. We're happy to have with us to share and show us, not theoretically, but show us through his practical application and experience how to build generational wealth through investment in Detroit real estate. So at this particular time, we want to welcome Brother Kamal Muhammad to Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Kamal, are you there?
Wa alaikum salam, I'm here. Can you see me?
All right. We can hear you, and let's see. We can see you now. There you are. How you feeling this afternoon, Brother Kamal?
Oh, brother, I'm pleased to be in your presence, in the presence of all of your participants here. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, we're happy to have you, Brother Kamal, and on behalf of myself and Brother Jesse, we just want to thank you for being, as we've always known you to be over all these years, just a brother, a loving brother, wanting to help, just kind-hearted, and you came on. You didn't hesitate. Matter of fact, you called me to find out how you can participate and how you can lend your services and how you can help us help the minister by building wealth. So we want to thank you, Brother Kamal. Thank you so very much for being with us this evening.
It's my honor. It's my honor. Thank you.
Okay. Well, the floor is yours, brother. Go ahead and let us know about this generational wealth and let us know and show us how attainable it is for us.
Yes, sir. Let me start off by giving praise where it's due. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, I bear witness that there's none who deserves to be worshipped besides Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger. And as a follower and student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I can never thank Allah more enough for intervening in our affairs in the person of the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the exalted Christ. I thank them both for giving us a second chance with the great Redeemer, with the most beautiful man other than my father that I've known, and that is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I greet you all in peace. Assalamu alaikum. I thank you again.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
I thank you again, brother Daryl and brother Jesse, for inviting me, and I'm humbled with the introduction that you gave, and I'm humbled by the believers that are here in attendance. I do have some very important things that I want to state. Number one, you know, I'm trying to fulfill a mission that the minister asked me to do when he first asked me to become the national secretary. I was an investment banker at that time, doing pretty well in Chicago, but I saw the nation starting up from the efforts of the minister, and they were struggling, and I was doing quite well. So I felt bad that I was doing well, and here's the minister and the people around him that are trying to bring the nation back because it had fallen to a terrible low by the late 70s and early 80s. And I wanted to help. So the minister asked me to become the national secretary, which I really didn't know what the duties involved were with that. I thought I was in the process of forming my own brokerage firm at that time, and I thought I could do both. The minister looked at me like I was a little strange and said, "Okay, brother, you can try." Of course, I couldn't do it. I focused all my attention on trying to do what he asked me to do with the nation. This whole intro was just to let you know the minister asked me to do two things. He asked me to help the nation make it the word flesh. He asked me to help the nation make the word flesh. He said at that time, he said, "Brother, you know, we deal with charity, and that's good." He said, "But we need to do something at some point where the believers benefit with the nation, sort of like as a stockholder." I said, "Yes, sir. Well, that's right up my field." He also said, he said, "Brother, I really, really want you to focus on the believers." He always told me, focus on the believers, because as the believers go, that's where the nation is. Our wealth is not in the nation. Our wealth is with every believer. So the wealthier we can make every believer, the wealthier the nation will be. Now, most of you all may know that at the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, the Muslims originally were not very wealthy. But over time, and in his lifetime, the Muslims became extremely wealthy. In fact, when they entered, the turning point really was when they entered and retook Mecca. They became extremely wealthy at that time because Mecca was a center of commerce, trade, it was the hub of activity, and they became extremely wealthy. So my program is called the Generational Wealth Program, but it's also called the Detroit Mecca Project. Because as you all know, we look at Detroit, where we were founded by Master Farah Muhammad, as our Mecca. Because we have a similar history. Our leaders were not welcome there. They had to leave, just like Prophet Muhammad had to leave. So we came to Chicago, which is about the same distance. I'm sure you all have heard the minister say it's about the same distance from Chicago to Detroit as it is from Mecca to Medina. So I told the minister, when he asked me to become the nation's investment advisor, and this was after I was left the post of national secretary, he asked me to become the nation's investment advisor. I told him after a short while, I said, Brother Minister, I think the best opportunity we have is investing in Detroit. And I'll tell you how I got to that. First of all, by the way, how much time do I have, brother Daryl?
Much as you need, brother. Much as you need, brother. Building wealth is not going to be done overnight, so we need to get in the habit of investing whatever time is required.
I just want to tailor this so that I get right to the point.
Yes, sir. Please do.
So at first, I had been telling the minister to invest in gold. And in fact, that was one of the first things I bought as a national secretary for the minister was gold. And
I remember we gave it to him as a gift.
It was about $400 an ounce. As you all know, it's over $1,200 an ounce now. When I spoke to the minister and it must have been like 2008 or 9. And I wasn't too crazy about gold at this time because I was telling him it's going a bit too high, and all investments, and I'm going to tell you all this, this is one of the rules of wealth building. All investments go through periods of extremes. And you have to be able to know the extremes to know whether it's worth investing in the investment at that time or whether it's not. And that's one of the things I'm going to try to help you all learn today, to take advantage of extremes. At extreme highs, you sell. At extreme lows, you buy. Many of you may know that the stock market crashed in 2008 for various reasons, but based on what the U.S. economy was threatening to go into a Great Depression, which was the second largest depression since 1929. But if people had bought the stock market then, you would have made so much money now. Stocks now, like everyone has this product. Apple. That was going for about $100 an ounce. I mean, $100 a share back in 2008. Now it's $600 a share, and I think they split. So I mean, we're not going to go into all that different problem right now, but basically, you could have made 6 times your money in a few years, and that's by buying at the right time and knowing when to buy. And I'll go into that in a minute. But focusing on that principle, I looked at the market, the real estate market in Detroit. And I saw homes in Detroit advertised for $2,000, $3,000. And I said, well, I got to investigate this to see if this is really true. Because if it is, it could be an enormous opportunity for the believers. So I went to Detroit, and I personally tested the waters. I personally bought property in Detroit, and it wasn't easy. I mean, yes, there were properties that I could buy for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in excellent condition, excellent condition. However, there are other problems that were involved and still are involved in investing in Detroit, and I'll explain those. But it took me about 5 years to iron out all of the problems and come to a turnkey situation that could help the believers. And I'm going to present that to you now. So, without any due respect, any more time delay, let us move forward. I'm going to put a PowerPoint presentation, if I know how to do this correctly here, and let's see if I do.
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Okay, you see that? So now, is it bigger?
No,
Hello?
sir, not yet. We still see the slide. No, sir, we still see the slides to the left. It's not bigger yet. No.
Okay, then let me see. Excuse me, I'm trying to get this done the right way, and I think I know how to do it now. Okay, is that bigger now?
No, sir, still hadn't changed yet. Still the same.
Really? I need to make it a little bigger, I think, because Actually, I may not know how to do this. Is it bigger now?
It's big on the same screen. We still see those slides to the left, brother Kamal.
Okay, and when I do this, it doesn't help, huh?
Click from the beginning.
Well, I did that. Now it's big on my screen, but it's not big on your screen. So we're probably just gonna have to go with what I have. I'm sorry.
You see anything he can do, brother Jesse?
If it didn't work from the beginning, then I don't know what else he could pick at this time.
Yeah, I don't know how to
What
do
you
this.
do is just share with the group, following, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do the best we can. I hope you can read everything. That's my main concern, that you can read everything. I'm gonna try my best to make it bigger, but it's bigger on my screen. I don't think it is on your screen, but I'm gonna go through it. Okay?
Yes,
Sorry
sir.
for the
Yes, sir.
I hope you can read anything that you can't read. Please let me know. But we start with one of the main principles that we need to have as a people, and that is, as our leader, teacher, and guide told us, recognize the necessity for unity in group operations. We've got to pool our resources physically as well as financially. And I got to say this also, we have to begin to trust each other. We got to trust each other. Because if we work together, we can't do it if we don't trust each other. Now, as I said, I mentioned this to the minister, and he got it straight from immediately he got it. He said, brother, we can rebuild Detroit. The Detroit real estate market has collapsed. It's creating incredible opportunities for creating generational wealth. Now, the minister went spiritually on this. I saw it, but he went deep on it. And, there's all kinds of prophecies about a people that will come and rebuild cities. You all have heard this, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
I'll get into that a little later. Let's focus on what's the situation in Detroit and what the housing markets are, okay? The U.S. housing markets are now stabilizing, as you all know. There's an organization that checks home prices, and it's called the Fiserv Case-Shiller Home Price Insights. And it says that the U.S. housing markets are stabilizing, and the affordability has reached a 40-year high, which means it's more affordable for anyone to own a home now than it's ever been in 40 years. Conventional mortgage payments are now just 12% of the median family income. Now, when I was coming up, they wanted your mortgage payment to be no more than 30% of your family income. Now it's just at 12% because the prices of homes are so much lower. Also, interest rates are lower. And also now the housing markets are rebounding off very large price declines, including Detroit, Michigan. Now, when I did this 2 years ago, Detroit, Michigan was going up 9.8% in the Detroit area. Now it's gone up about 40% over the past year.
Wow.
Now, the median home price in Detroit at this time was $7,500. Now, in the Detroit area, it's about $42,000, but in Detroit itself, it's $11,000. Okay, the median home price, and the median means what are the homes in the middle? Yeah, you got some homes you can get for $1,000 in Detroit, but you certainly don't want to buy them, believe me. And you've got homes that you can get in Detroit for $200,000. Those are not what we're focusing on either. But what does a $6,000 home in Detroit look like? This is what Business Week did about 2 years ago. And I don't know if you all can see that. Well, of course they put
You're still on the same. Brother Kamal, you're still on the first slide.
Are you serious, brother?
Yes, sir. Brother Jesse, what are you seeing? You still on the first slide?
Yes, I do. I'm still on the first slide.
Is everyone still seeing just the first slide?
Try to click F5.
Sir, try to click.
There we go. Now move. Okay.
Okay, so I've got to go through it this way. Okay, so these are the slides that we missed, obviously, where I was saying the minister said we could rebuild Detroit, and I was reading these details. Okay, now.
Okay, we can see them.
So now, if we can see this home here in Detroit, this was a $6,000 home that Business Week focused on. Of course, they put the props in, like the pool table and things like that. And believe me, the house didn't look like this when they first bought it. But back in 2008, 2009, you could buy a house not too much different from this. I mean, the floors would be fairly decent. The walls would be decent. Not much needed, maybe a paint job. Okay? That was in 2008. Now remember, 2008, 2009. Now remember, you have to take advantage of things at the right time. It's still the right time, but finding a house like this in Detroit now is a little more difficult. In some, as the housing markets are stabilizing, in some markets you can still buy a home for less than the cost of a car. Right now there exists in real estate a dramatic inequality that will not continue for a very long time at all. And I want you all to think about inequalities. This is one thing I learned as an investment banker and as a commodities trader. You've got to look at inequalities and realize that money is like water. You know how water flows from a high point to a low point? That's how money is. Money flows from high to low. So, for example, in Chicago, you have homes going for $250,000, $300,000 as a median home price, whereas in Detroit, you've got the median home price somewhere around, let's say, in the Detroit area, like $40,000. In Detroit proper, maybe $18,000 to $20,000. That's an inequality because 200 miles away, you've got a place that's to buy a house, you've got to pay 10 times as much than you do in this particular city of Detroit. So, are all things equal? We're going to go over that. But certainly the price is not equal, okay? In some neighborhoods like Detroit, whole neighborhoods can be purchased for the cost of a handful of homes in less depressed cities. $1 million or $2 million in Detroit can buy you a whole neighborhood, okay? A $15,000 home in Detroit bought now should revert back to the mean within a few years. Now, when I did this, the median U.S. home price was $176,600. Now the median home price in the U.S. is $290,000. Okay? We'll go to the next slide. Now we're talking about single-family homes, but let's not forget multifamily homes are important too. A multifamily home in Detroit, these collapsed as well, and the prices are just crazy low. A large multifamily unit in a highly desirable area near the downtown in Detroit or Midtown or the university areas can be bought for less than $30,000 per unit. In many cases, these buildings are 80% occupied. So you can buy a 4 or 5 unit building for $150,000 or less even. You can even buy some for $100,000. I'm telling you this because I want you to think of your environment. What is this price, the price of these type of properties, what are they in your area? And then think, is there an inequality here that I can take advantage of? Taking advantage of inequalities. This is how hedge fund operators operate. They take advantage of an inequality that they see. Okay. Now, another thing that our leader, teacher, and guide taught us was to observe the operations of the white man. He is successful. He makes no excuses for his failures. He works hard in a collective manner. And he said, you do the same. Now here's a white man who's successful. Let's observe him. Recently, Warren Buffett, who some of you may know is one of the wealthiest people in the world and considered a genius at investing, he said if it were practical, I'd buy up millions of single-family homes today. And we're going to see, why does he say it's not practical? The reason it's not practical for a single person is because homes are spread out. It's difficult to manage hundreds of homes, okay? Very difficult. It's a lot easier to manage big apartment buildings. Single-family homes, it's pretty hard to manage them because you've got to get money, rent, from each place. You've got to keep the upkeep on each place, and it could be spread out. So it's pretty difficult. But what is the advantage that I see here? And the advantage I see is that we have mosques and study groups. Why is it not practical for Warren Buffett? And what can we do with over 100 mosques and study groups across the country? We can have a nationwide property management and investment company. In Detroit, we have a property management company, and we have the mosque. And I got to stop for a minute and give my thanks and appreciation to the believers in Detroit, to the student minister Troy and his staff, student captain Roy, student captain Adrian, and all the staff in Detroit and all the believers. They have helped so much with this project. Beautiful people, and I plan to make them very, very, very successful with your help. Back to Detroit as our Mecca. Now, why did Master Farad Muhammad start his work in Detroit? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad leaving Detroit for Chicago is like Prophet Muhammad leaving Mecca for Medina. Mecca was a trade center for the Arab people, and Detroit was a trade center and still is for the United States. As you all know, the automobile industry is one of our largest industries, and it was headquartered in Detroit. It's headquartered still by General Motors in Detroit. It looked like the automobile industry in the United States was going to collapse. But what happened? It's such an important industry that the U.S. government put billions of dollars to prop up the automobile industry. They also propped up the banking industry. So now automobiles are selling very well. They paid back their money. These companies paid back their money that they borrowed from the U.S. government with profit. So this is still a big, important industry, and it's turned the corner and is making profits in Detroit. So it's still a valid piece to say that Detroit is a trade center and in the United States, just like Mecca was in the day. So why did Prophet Muhammad come to Detroit? Because it's an important city. It's a trade center. It has a fresh body of water, and we all know how important fresh water is now. We also have a foreign country right across the water, Canada, where 90% of the trade from Canada to the U.S. comes through Detroit. Detroit is also a port city, one of the largest port cities in the U.S. It's a very important city. During 2012, total U.S.-Canadian trade exceeded $606 billion. Detroit is one of the busiest ports, as I said. Over 17 million tons of cargo were handled at the port of Detroit. As we move forward, buying property and investing in property in Detroit will create jobs. Jobs will be created to repair, manage, and maintain the properties. The jobs will range from construction to lawn care, plumbing, pest control, painting, insurance, and real estate sales. The jobs and community development will also enhance the local goodwill, which is important. Believe it or not, my brothers and sisters, as the minister has told us, we're a problem for many white people. What I mean by that is Detroit is 90% black. The city of Detroit is 90% black. These homes and these neighborhoods are a problem. They don't know how to handle it. But we know how to handle our people. And as we go in and start creating the Muslim peace that we bring with us, starting at first with one small community so that we make that community a Nation of Islam community, believe me, all help will come to us, and it's already coming to us. I've been contacted by everyone to help us move forward on this. When I'm saying everyone, I mean everyone in Detroit. So we are actually in a very important a strategic field in Detroit. Main point is, through us, Detroit can be revitalized. We don't want it to be a situation where, for example, in other cities, most of us who are older remember when Washington, D.C. was a black city. They used to call it Chocolate City. You go to Washington, D.C. right now, the homes are $1 million homes, and guess what? Blacks aren't living in them. It's been gentrified, as they say. Well, it's going to happen in Detroit, and we can sit back and allow it to happen and not be involved, or we can step in, move into the front position, so that if gentrification happens, it happens around us and boosts us upward. That's what we have to do. This is wealth building, wealth creation. Okay? We have to step into prophecy. I mentioned this before. Now here is from the Bible, Isaiah 61:4. Then they will rebuild the ancient ruins. They will raise up the former devastation, and they will repair the ruined cities. From Judges 14:8. After some time, when he returned to get her, he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion. And behold, a swarm of bees and honey were in the carcass of the lion. You all have heard the minister talk about this one a lot of times. Making bees making honey in the carcass of a lion. I think, if I remember correctly, that Detroit has a nickname of the lion. Am I correct? Isn't that the name of their football team?
Yes, sir.
All right, now. These scriptures refer to us, and we've got to jump up and step into the prophecy. Don't sit back, because if we sit back, as brother Darrell said, you've got to take action, because if you sit back, in this case, somebody else is going to step in and take your place.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, we've got people from China investing in Detroit, big time. We've got people from Canada investing in Detroit, big time. We got people from Saudi Arabia investing in Detroit, big time. The largest Muslim population in the world, other than the Middle East, is in Dearborn, a suburb right next to Detroit. So we're in the position to take advantage of this, but we've got to move. We've got to take action, as Brother Darrell said. Now, I'm going to show you. You hear me talking about homes. I'm going to give you some practical examples. You all, I'm sure, have seen on the television these homes in Detroit that look like burnt out shells, and they show that all the time. You know, this is what Detroit looks like. And they show you these neighborhoods with these places that look like a good wind will blow the house down. This, I'm telling you, is propaganda to keep you from moving, because they know black people are so afraid to lose what we have. But I'm going to tell you right now, you've got to be willing to step out on faith and take a risk, a small risk, but take a small risk. Because otherwise you get left out because you don't have the full information. They show you pictures of these homes that look like they're about to blow down, and these homes, this is one of the homes I bought. And I've got the address on there for you, so you can check it if you want to. This was a 4-bedroom home. This is one of the first homes that I bought. I'm showing you the first homes that I bought. This was my learning curve, okay? I bought a 4-bedroom home. It had 2 bathrooms, a basement. The purchase price was $17,500. I put about $8,000 into it, okay? But the home basically looked like this when I bought it. The $8,000 I put into it was, again, my inexperience. Today I would have put $4,000 into it. Okay? This was actually, that was my second home I bought. This was my first home I bought. This home is a 6-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, and this whole attic area up here, you could put another 4 bedrooms if you wanted to. It's a huge home. $5,500 is what I paid for this home.
Wow.
Okay? This is the third home I bought when I was learning a little bit better. And I recently sold this one to another believer who's doing great. And I thank Allah for the believers that have come and helped me. She may be listening right now. She's a little shy, but I'll give her name. Her name is Sister Lucille Muhammad. She's from Philadelphia. She bought this home. I bought it for $10,000. It's a 2-unit, up and down. Each one has 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. It has a basement as well. Beautiful home, as you can see. It's in a beautiful neighborhood in Detroit. And she's living there now and doing wonderfully. Now this I'm going to surprise you with here. We talked about some multi-units, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was recently on sale in Detroit. A 49-unit building. This is the building here. 49 units for $1.6 million. Now you all know, if you live in a big city, you know you've got some homes, some 4-bedroom homes, maybe 5 bedrooms, maybe 6, going for $1.6 million. But you don't have a 49-unit building looking like this, do you?
Right.
Here's a 36-unit building going for $900,000. These are real prices that I pulled about 8 months ago. Okay. In Chicago, this would at least be a $15–20 million piece of property here.
Wow.
Now these are some new properties that we purchased. And we have some believers that bought these properties. But again, do you see holes in these walls? Do you see sky showing from the roof of these homes? No, you don't. These are the homes that we're buying in Detroit.
Wow.
Here's some more. Beautiful homes. This home right now, we were selling, I don't think we've sold it yet. We're selling this on a special deal for $17,000, but in cash, because we're trying to raise some funds. So this home right here, a 3-bedroom home, 2 stories with a basement, $17,000. The other homes that I have here, we're selling these on a special financing deal where we give you the financing for it, because you can't, banks are not financing homes under $50,000. Very few are doing it. You can't find it. So what we did is one of the problems that I had to figure out, how am I going to get the believers to take advantage of this if the banks aren't lending them the money? Well, I figured I'm buying these properties for such a low price that I can finance these yourselves through what's called a land contract, and we'll be partners in this for the time it takes for you to pay it off. And I don't have you pay these off in a long period of time. The longest we have is a 7-year loan. So in 7 years, you'll be paid off from these homes.
Ooh,
the monthly note on these homes that I sell are usually about $300 a month. And if you don't live in Detroit and you just want to make an investment, we'll use our management company and put a renter in the home. The rents for these homes are going for about $600 a month. Now, I hope people are getting a little excited now, because I want you to.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
This is another 2 homes that recently a brother just contracted for. A brother and sister married, brother and sister in New York, and I'm going to throw his name out. Brother William Muhammad from New York. He just put a down payment on these 2 homes, $5,000 each on these 2 homes. Beautiful homes. Beautiful. Look at them. This is how they look.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. I think I sold one to him for $25,000 and one for $22,000. I hope you're getting excited now, because here's the opportunity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Progressive Community Designers has discovered the best investment areas in Detroit. All of these homes, by the way, are in one area, except one of them. But all the other ones are in one area, right around the mosque. We're talking about within a 2 or so mile area radius of the mosque, because we're developing a community. If we keep focusing the money and the believers into this area, we create our community, and we create our own wealth because the more we buy and focus money into this one area, the higher the prices of the properties will get. And the fact that we're there will create value. We have a bank that had 2 homes on one of the properties that our brother, and I got to throw his name out there too, Brother Harold Muhammad, who heard me talk about this, and he was the first one to buy a property. He paid, I think, $16,000 for his home, and he owns it outright. He was the first person to buy a property there, and he went on in his neighborhood and started a neighborhood watch. He was a Muslim. He met his neighbors. He walked and knocked on their doors and introduced himself to them. Started a neighborhood watch. There were 2 bank-owned properties on his block. You know, boarded up bank-owned properties like you see a lot. As soon as they found out there was a neighborhood watch on this block, they immediately started marketing those properties and sold them. This is the effect that we have as Muslims in homes if we do what we're supposed to do. So anyway, we find the best deal and in the best area, and we create a turnkey real estate opportunity for you. Of course, I'm the manager, the chairman. Brother Harold Muhammad is a director, and my dear wife, who I must give much praise and thanks to, my dear wife, Sister Fatima, who you all know her by, but I call her by Hanan, is a director also. Now, I'm going to give a number. I thought I had a number on here, but I'm going to give you a telephone number, because another person that I should have mentioned is our real estate agent. We've got a local real estate agent in Detroit that has helped me an awful lot. Her name is Sister Letitia Muhammad, and that's spelled L-E-T-I-T-I-A Muhammad. She's been doing real estate in Detroit for the past 15 years, and I tell you, once I contacted her, I pulled on her and tried to take as much knowledge as I could, because Detroit has certain local situations that just don't exist in other cities. Certain things you have to know and be able to handle properly. For example, you got to know that when you buy a house, you got to secure that house in Detroit immediately, because the person across the street is watching you, and they don't think I'm getting ready to break in the house of my brother and steal his furnace and his hot water heater. They just think, oh, I'm gonna break into this house and get that hot water heater and furnace. Somebody's got insurance on it. But they don't realize that, you know, first of all, it's very hard to get insurance in Detroit, and secondly, it costs money. They're not property owners. They don't know. And so what we do is, when we buy these homes, we put somebody in there to secure them, and we go meet with the people on the block and let them know who we are, that we own these properties. And we become friendly with them. We try to treat them like brothers and sisters. But that's basically it. That's the opportunity. If you take advantage of these properties now, I believe that these properties will revert near the mean or the median, which is, as I said, about $290,000 nationwide. They may not reach that high, but if they reach $150,000 in 7 years, do the math, as the lessons tell us. You know, as the lessons tell us, use this mathematical knowledge to get some benefit for yourself now. Put yourself in heaven at once.
That's right.
What is a $20,000 home going to be worth 7 years from now, when the rest of the homes in the country are worth now $290,000? Do the math.
Right.
So I'm going to open this up for any questions. I'm going to close this out, because that's the end of the slideshow.
Yes, sir, brother. Come on. You said you was going to give us a number?
Yes, that number is, hold on one second. That number is, I should know it by heart, but I don't. Okay, that number is area code 248-506-9426. That's 248-506-9426, Sister Letitia Muhammad. And her email address is myrealestateteam, all one word, myrealestateteam, and the number 1.com.
Okay. All right. Well, Brother Kamal, we want to thank you, brother, for that presentation, but most of all, thank you for the opportunity. Brothers and sisters, this is what we're talking about as far as pulling back the black curtain. And this is what we're talking about as far as sharing with you, unique opportunities that other people other than ourselves have. I mean, what Brother Kamal has put together, brothers and sisters, this is what those other people do on a regular basis. I mean, that's how they're able to position themselves, because they have somebody in government, they have somebody in politics, they have somebody in these different areas that pull their coattails and pull them off to the side and say, okay, this is what's happening. All right, this is what we're going to do. And they come together, brothers and sisters, and pool their resources, and they do things collectively. This is a very, very, very unique opportunity. And please, I hope you have questions, because this, like I said before, Robert Kiyosaki and his real estate program not coming to the hood to give you an opportunity to invest in real estate. All right, the guy, whatever his name is, Than Merrill on TV and a reality fix your house reality show. They're not coming and targeting us as a market to show us how to build wealth with real estate. That's the power of this opportunity, and that's the power of what Brother Kamal had shared with us, brothers and sisters. If there's any remote seriousness in your mind about being wealthy, real estate, from my personal experience as a real estate investor, is the oldest and most reliable way of building wealth in the world. In the world, anywhere in the world, you can get rich with real estate. I just got back from Cancun. That's real estate. The hotel that I stayed in is owned by companies out of Spain and Germany. These are companies, these are individuals who pull their resources, start a corporation, and bought up, and have chain resorts throughout the Caribbean. So with that being said, I just want to give Brother Jesse some time to go through the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group and pull any questions that you all may have. So, Brother Jesse, what questions do we have for Brother Kamal on this tremendous opportunity that he shared exclusively with the members here at BWE Live?
Yes, sir. The only question we have thus far that was submitted, Brother Kamal, somebody wanted to know is, are you encouraging believers to pool their resources together to invest in homes together, or are you all just searching for individual families to do it?
It's a very good question. First, I'd like to correct it. Somebody sent me a text message. I gave the wrong email address for Sister Letitia. That should be myrealestateteam1@gmail.com. I think I said just .com, but it's myrealestateteam1@gmail.com. So please make that correction. Now, to answer your question, I got to go with what our leader says. Pool your resources. Work in a collective manner. So yes, if you have the funds yourself, then yes, you can invest. It's because the money is little. It's a 10% down payment, 20% is max. But if you don't have it, let's say you're a 19-year-old person like I was when I first bought my property. If you're a 19-year-old person, which I suggest you buy it as young as you can because property is going to go up, get about 3 or 4 of your brothers and sisters together. That's $400 or $500 a piece, and you buy yourself a property. Now you do it right. Form yourself a little LLC or a corporation. If you don't know how to do that, go on the internet and find out how to do it, or you may find out how to do it in these kind of forums. But form yourself a legal corporation that protects you, and you and your partners are part of that company. Just like I did. I didn't buy all these properties with my money. I had people join with me, wonderful people, and I'm looking for more people. So if you all want to contact me, we can do this together.
Sir. Yes, sir. The
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
next question, Brother Kamal, is how can someone who is not ready to move to Detroit benefit from such a program?
Yes, sir. As I said in the presentation, that's one of the things we anticipated. Everyone doesn't want to move in Detroit, and everyone's not going to move to Detroit. There are people in Detroit, however, good believers, and ultimately we're going to expand beyond the believers and go to the lost found in Detroit that need our help and guidance. But if you don't want to move to Detroit, for example, Brother Jesse, I've got a home for you. All I need is your down payment. We will put a renter in for you, a believer, into that house. The rent is about, why do we have, because most people in Detroit don't own the properties anymore. They've lost them. Our people were devastated from this real estate collapse. The average white person has assets now of $100,000. The average black person has assets of $6,000. We don't have time to waste. $6,000 won't even pay for your funeral. We got to move forward.
Yes, sir. The next question is, are you interested in wholesaling any of these properties?
Only if, yes, I mean, I'm always interested in good ideas, but only if it fits into the general plan that we have. We want to build a community. For example, I could have bought these, I bought these properties at low prices. I could have just gone and sold them and doubled and tripled my money and still, you know, just sold them outright for like double my money in a very short amount of time, but I would have been leaving somebody with a problem if they did not have the funds to rehab these homes. And that would be making a community that is no different than what it is right now. That's what a lot of people are doing. There are people that are buying 300-400 homes, paying a couple $1,000s for them. The homes are things that you wouldn't want your dog to live in. And they'll sell it to somebody for $5,000, take $1,500 down payment from them, get $500 a month for a year. So they've made 4 times their money. A person thinks they've got a great deal, but they've got a house that no furnace, no hot water heater, no electricity, no wires in the wall, no plumbing, walls torn out, maybe a new roof definitely needed. They can't afford it. So the house goes back on the market again, and the community stay devastated. I didn't make this clear, we rehab the homes. The prices that I'm telling you are rehab prices that we give to you. We give you a house ready for you to move in or for a renter to move in.
Beautiful. The next question is, how many properties are available for purchase now, and what is the average cost of a down payment?
Right now, we've been doing this for a year. We started with 15 homes. Right now, I think we have maybe four or five homes left. The average price of the home is about $22,000 is the average price. So the down payment, depending on the rehab cost, because remember, we're rehabbing this and funding this ourselves. So what we do is we take your down payment and do the rehab. Some of our places don't need a lot of rehab. Some of them do. If we need a lot of rehab, it's got to be a 20% down payment. We've been blessed to buy most of these homes with very little damage to them. We use the wonderful believers in Detroit to scout these homes out for us, to make sure that, because I'm in Chicago, but I needed their help to scout the homes and make sure that what we were buying were good quality homes, and they did an excellent job on that. So yes, about the down payment is about $2,000 to $5,000.
Yes, sir. The next question is, we understand the spiritual significance of Detroit, but also, do you see any other cities around the country that have a similar market to Detroit?
There are other cities that have properties at low prices. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm in Chicago. We have Gary, Indiana right here. The difference in Detroit and a city like Gary, or maybe even Pittsburgh, for example, these were steel towns, okay? talking about economics. Same thing happened. They had a collapse in that industry. The steel industry collapsed, but it never built back up. That's the problem. So if you don't have an economy or a strong economy, you can't have a good real estate market because people have to be able to pay for it. They have to be able to build a community. They have to have thriving businesses, etc. So that's the problem in Detroit right now. But as I said, it's recovering. As you all know, the automobile industry has recovered. The banking industry has recovered. The trade is strong in Detroit. That's the difference. So even though the homes are low, the inequality situation we talked about, remember, there's an inequality. And the added incentive to the inequality is that you've got these businesses that have recovered, but the real estate market has not recovered. That's the inequality, and that's how you take advantage and make money, wealth.
Wonderful. Beautiful. Yes, sir. The next question is from Sister Brandy. She wants to know, are any of these homes near the new mosque in Detroit?
Every home but one is near, or two is near the new mosque. Yes, we're buying all the homes within a 1.5 mile or 2 mile area of the mosque.
Yes, sir. The next question is coming from Brother Robert. This is really not about the real estate. Want to ask you a personal question. What was your rewarding experiences being the National Secretary under the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan?
I missed that. What was the experience like? Is that was the question?
Just some of your most rewarding experiences.
Oh, well, I have to say my most rewarding experience, of course, I have two. Number one is working. Now, the minister is my father-in-law, so that's one relationship. But working under him is a different relationship. And I have to say it's rewarding working under him because it's difficult working under him because he's a very exacting person, you know, and you have to be right and exact. Especially if you're the national secretary, you have to have your information correct. You have to be exact in your work. And thank Allah that I had a good staff working with me, so I was pretty much able to do things good. Now occasionally I was off, and then he would work to tighten you up, and then you became a better person. So that was number one reward is being with him, getting his wisdom, his knowledge, his morality, his honesty. Very good things that I was strengthened under him with. And then the Million Man March, of course, being a part of that experience was extremely rewarding.
Beautiful. And the final question that I had submitted from the group is, how long do you plan to do this project? Is there an end point, or will it be continuous?
It's a good question. The way I see it now is we've got approximately 40,000 homes in Detroit that are under foreclosure. We're focused on one area, okay? But we can take the whole city. This one area can be an example, and we can branch out from there. This is the nucleus. We branch out from there. So I do think that we've got at least 3 years on this project that I have now, but I think we can continue doing this for the next 10 years.
Wow.
Wow. Yes, sir. Well, that's all of the questions, but
10-year wealth creation plan.
Yes, and
that's it on the questions, Brother Jesse?
Yes, sir. That's all of the questions.
If I can just make one final point, I want the believers to just think about this. If you live in a big city, think about I'm talking Chicago, New York, because that's the level Detroit is on. Detroit's a big city. It used to be like the number 5, I think. There's still almost 800,000 people living in Detroit. It's a big city. If you live in a big city, think about what your average home price in that city is. And then think about the inequality that is in Detroit right now. Where you can get these homes for $20,000. and put a down payment of not $20,000 like most of us are used to doing on a house, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, a down payment of $2,000 to $5,000. That means take action. Don't get just one, get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Envision what that value of 5 homes will be 7 years from now for you. This is how you generate wealth. So I just want to get that point out there, and I hope it sinks in.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Brother Kamal, if I could, let me propose this to you. Will you be open to having a private call with those of us of BWE Live, Black Wealth Empowerment Live, who are serious about pooling our resources and buying homes from the program that you just presented?
Brother, the answer to that is the minister put me on a post, and that is to help the nation and the believers. I'm still on that post. So and most people know who've dealt with me. My phone is open. Call me anytime. My time is yours because I work for you.
Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Okay. Well, that's all we needed to know. Brothers and sisters, members of BWE Live, if you're serious about taking advantage of this program that Brother Kamal just shared, if you're serious, meaning that either you have money or you have access to money that you can put your hands on immediately in a very, very short period of time, here's what you need to do. You need to email me directly. Email me at darrell@blackwealthempowerment.com. Okay? We're going to go with those already now. You email me with your name and your telephone number and how much disposable cash or credit that you have available that you're willing to invest. And I will reach out to you personally, give you a call, and talk to you and see really where you are in the process. And then I'll get with Brother Kamal and we'll set up a conference call, private conference call with him within the next week, about this time next week or sooner, depending on the response that we get from our membership. Then we will move forward. I'm personally committed. I want to definitely get involved. I will get involved. And like Brother Kamal said, we want to do it with the believer, among the believer, so we can be the ones who build wealth from this great opportunity. So once again, brothers and sisters, get with your wife, get with your husband, but make up your mind within the next 48 hours that this is what you want to do. If you want to take advantage of this program, if you have either disposable cash on you, with you, you have it available to you, or some immediate resources of cash, then you need to email me within the next 72 hours at darrell@blackwealthempowerment.com. Okay? Because we want to definitely take advantage of this situation. I will personally take advantage of this because I've been a real estate investor since, 2000. All right? So I know the potential that Brother Kamal shared is actual fact, and this is an opportunity, brothers and sisters. We have to take advantage of opportunity when it presents itself, even if we feel we're not ready, because the opportunity is not going to present itself when you're ready. You have to move when the opportunity presents itself, and not the other way around. So with that being said, once again, if you're serious, talk to some other believers who you think may be serious, because we're going to pool our resources, as the brother suggested. All right? And we're going to formulate a company. We're going to have a company, and we're going to formulate it so we can build and we can buy properties, as many as we can, by pooling our resources, okay? So if you're serious, email me within the next 72 hours. I'll get with Brother Kamal, and he can instruct us on what we need, what properties are available. We can decide on which ones we want, how much money is required for the down payment, and we can move forward. Brothers and sisters, one of the things they say that successful people do differently from everybody else. Successful people have fear, but they don't let the fear stop them from taking action. So it's okay if you might be apprehensive, but don't let it stop you from taking action. Okay? So with that being said, we want to thank Brother Kamal. We want to continue to put notes in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, because remember, brothers and sisters, your note can be a breakthrough for someone else. You have experienced a very, very unique opportunity, brothers, that most people, a very small percentage, single-digit percentage of people get an opportunity like this to take advantage of it. Sisters and brothers, let's take advantage of it. There will be naysayers. If you're going to talk to other believers, talk to those that are in a better financial situation than you. You never want to ask or get financial advice from people that you wouldn't want to have what they have or live what they live financially. Okay? I think Brother Kamal is gone. We want to thank Brother. We thank Brother Kamal so much, Brother Kamal, for sharing it with us, because you didn't have to do it, but you did it because you're on your post that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan put you on, and you're continuing to stay on your post and continue to carry out your instructions. So we want to thank Brother Kamal for that. Brother Jesse, as we conclude here real soon, what's going on in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group?
Brother Dow, I think Brother Kamal is still with us. He's still on. He's right there.
Okay, well, good.
Brother Darrell, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One final point I forgot to tell you, because as you were speaking, I was thinking what believers are thinking, the things that hold you back. And most of our people now, I won't say most, but a lot of our people now suffer credit problems. And I know there's some people thinking, man, brother's not going to give me any credit. My credit rating is, 560. Okay? Banks are laughing at me when I show them my credit rating. And I just want any believer listening that's thinking like that, listen, what I decided, and I told the minister and I told other people, I want believers to take advantage of this. You have suffered and you have held strong in the nation. And any registered believer in good standing who wants to buy these homes and invest in this project, you got 800 credit with our company. 800 credit. So don't worry about that.
Okay. Brother says you heard it first. I mean, what more can Brother Kamal do to help us build wealth with investing in Detroit real estate? The only thing less is for us to come together, pool our resources, and take advantage of this opportunity that Brother shared with us. So thank you, Brother Kamal. Thank you so very much, brother. We are honored to have you as a guest of BWE Live, and you're definitely not just a guest, but you're a family member. You're a member of BWE Live, and we want you to come on a regular basis to give us updates, to give us actual practical experiences that our members have taken advantage of this program, so we can start picking up more and more believers and more members of BWE to take advantage of your program now until the next 10 years or so. Or until it runs out. I guess we can buy them all up in a shorter period of time as well. So I heard a saying that goes like this, brothers and sisters: opportunities don't go away. They just go to somebody else. So if you don't take advantage of this opportunity, please believe me, there's other believers who will. But we want you, the members of BWE Live and believers. That's why it was so very important that we made this membership exclusive to believers only at first. Because like Brother Kamal said, we've made the sacrifice over the years following the ministers. We've suffered. We don't even know to what extent we suffered, but we made sacrifices. We suffered to be with the ministers, and for my example over the last 22 years. So now it's time for us to take advantage of the opportunity that obviously Allah is presenting to us through Brother Kamal. So thank you, Brother Kamal, once again. And like I said, we want to have you back on a regular basis, at least on a quarterly basis, so you give us an opportunity to constantly invest in the program that you have there in Detroit. All right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, believers, let's go ahead and wrap up. As always, we want to encourage you all to participate throughout the week in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. All right, it's open to your membership during the week, so you can definitely go there and participate. Go there and network. Go there and get involved. Okay? I believe we identified, Brother Jay said we have identified an in-house resident graphic designer. All praise is due to Allah. So we have the brother that will assist us and do all graphic designs. And when he officially comes on board, then we will make him available to all our members. We'll make his services to you available to you at a very, very, very special price. So you can take advantage of this free advertisement that I talked about, these advertisement spots below this video. I'm sure a lot of you are not taking advantage of it because you don't have a graphic designer. So he will be our BWE resident graphic designer. Once again, speakers, those who want to speak, who think they can speak, who understand the importance of speaking, being able to speak to expand their business, get with Brother Jesse, because there's only 2 more calls left, and then he's going to shut it down until he can get the process of teaching that group on how to speak. And they'll come on BWE Live, and we'll be able to see how much they've learned from that speaker's program as well. So email Brother Jesse, jesse@blackwealthempowerment.com. Anything that has to do with business sales or anything like that, network marketing, real estate investing, brothers and sisters, contact me, and that's Daryl@blackwealthempowerment.com. Okay, coming broadcast next week. Sister Shanita Muhammad will come on with some very, very special offer that she put together just for the BWE members. None of our other clients have an opportunity to take advantage of these packages that she's put together, brothers and sisters. If you don't have a website, there will be no excuse after next week. And she will share with you why you have to have a website. You have to have a website. And she makes it real simple for you, real turnkey. It's unbelievable. It's unheard of. But you got to have a website. I think that's it, Brother Jesse. Go ahead. Let us know what's happening in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. And give us your final words so we can get out of here, because I got another Google Hangout I need to get on.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. We want to thank everybody. First, thank Brother Kamal Muhammad for his phenomenal presentation. We're definitely grateful, beloved brother, for his sacrifices, for his long years. I've been looking at this brother from a distance since my days of high school, so I was definitely honored to hear from him. And the presentation was powerful, and we're looking forward to believers taking advantage. And thank you to every believer tonight who participated in the Elusive Exclusive Facebook group, who posted, who liked comments, who greeted our new members, who posted their links, who posted the quotes and the information from Brother Kamal. We thank you to those who tweeted, those who put it on Pinterest, those that put it on LinkedIn. Thank you for your participation. But like Brother Darryl always say, Sunday nights, the parties don't stop there. But we having a party with a purpose in the group every single day, and our Brother Darryl is posting wonderful information throughout the week. So please take advantage of the group, and thank you all so much. And those that want to be a part of the Speakers Bureau, you'll be getting an email shortly as soon as we end. So it was powerful tonight, Brother Darryl.
Boy, I tell you what, Brother Jesse, I don't know. Allah is continuing to bless us here at BWE beyond our own imagination. Who would have known that we would have the former secretary of the Nation of Islam right here on BWE Live, giving us the opportunity of a lifetime. Brothers and sisters, once again, email me. This brother said $2,000.
Man,
that's what? That's I don't even know. I mean, people that's $500 time. What's that? 4 people.
4 people.
That's 2 people. No, 4 people with $500. All right. To be very serious and honest with you, brothers and sisters, if you and I and us can't put together 4 believers at $500 in the next 48 hours, we need to find some better friends.
Teach.
No, that's very serious.
Sir.
That's very serious. That's very serious. So, with that being said, brothers and sisters, contact me because I am going to spearhead this endeavor because my background and my professional training is in real estate investing. So if you're serious, reach out to me. Email me at Daryl@blackwealthempowerment.com. Email me within 72 hours. I'll take those names and we're going to run with it. After 72 hours, that's it. Because you have to move fast when an opportunity comes. Because no excuse will give you that opportunity a second chance. Okay? All right, brothers and sisters. So with that being said, let us go ahead and close out. I want to personally thank you, brother. Thanks, brother Kamal, for that presentation and this great opportunity. Thank you, all the believers that's making BWE what it is. It's not Brother Jesse. It's not I. It's none of our guests. It's you who show up and participate. So we're honored to have you. We're honored to have you participate. We're honored to have you as a member. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so very much. So with that being said, next week, Sister Shanita Muhammad, the Priceline Web Designer. That's the name that Brother Jesse has given her. So that's what she is. She's the Priceline. You name your own price. But I tell you what, you be here next week, and you could not have named or given a better price than what she's going to give you next week with those offers. So you don't want to miss it. You want to be here. And invite other believers who are in business. Invite other believers who are business-minded. Invite other believers that's about building wealth. Not talking about it, but trying to be about it. Find those that's already out there in the trenches and say, hey, man, the believers got something powerful going on. You need to check it out. That's all. Our job is only to invite them, and then they'll come if it's meant for them. So with that being said, as I always say here lately, brothers and sisters, I'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your nation, and you, your family, and most importantly, your nation deserves your very best. So until next time, take care. Be active in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, and we'll see you next week, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.